Throughout history, the line between the living and the unknown has fascinated and terrified us. Tales of the supernatural have been passed down through generations, leaving us to wonder what lies beyond our understanding. Tonight, we plunge into the bone-chilling abyss, the unexplained and terrifying realm captured in haunting detail by the unblinking eye of the camera. Schools are places that are almost always filled with people during the day. But what lurks in the shadows when the students and teachers are gone? This chilling footage, captured by a school's CCTV, reveals something truly unsettling. In the recording, a hunched old woman suddenly materializes out of nowhere, her movements slow and deliberate as she crosses the schoolyard. At first, she appears to walk like any ordinary person, but then, without warning, she vanishes into thin air. Moments later, she reappears, her presence growing more ominous with each step. Finally, in a bone-chilling moment, she walks straight through the solid school wall, disappearing as if it were nothing but air. Who or what was she, and why does she haunt this place? The answers may never be known, but one thing is certain: this school holds secrets that defy explanation. Captured by a roadside CCTV camera, this chilling footage reveals something truly unnatural. A stark white figure, its form vaguely humanoid, crawls slowly and deliberately along the edge of the road. Its movements are unnatural, jerky, and animalistic as it drags itself forward on all fours, like a creature born of nightmares. The figure's pure white form glows faintly in the darkness, its presence both haunting and otherworldly. It doesn't walk like a human, nor does it move like any known animal. Its eerie, deliberate crawl sends shivers down the spine, leaving more questions than answers. What is this entity? Is it a lost soul? A twisted manifestation of something beyond our understanding, or something far more sinister? A home security camera captured something that defies explanation. In the dead of night, two small, shadowy figures resembling children appeared out of thin air on a quiet, narrow road. One stood motionless in the center of the road, while the other seemed to glide effortlessly into the yard between two houses. Their movements were unnatural, almost ghostly, as if they were not bound by the laws of this world. Strangely, the figures showed no reaction to the motorcycles passing by, as if they existed in a realm beyond our own. Who or what are these entities? Could they be children wandering the streets at such an ungodly hour? Or are they something far more sinister, something not of this world? As the footage plays, one thing becomes chillingly clear. These are no ordinary beings. What do they want? And why have they chosen to reveal themselves now? In the dead of night, a lone explorer ventures down a narrow, desolate road skirting the edge of a dense, ominous forest. The air is thick with silence, broken only by the faint rustling of leaves. As he sweeps his flashlight across the trees, a sudden noise pierces the stillness, a sound coming from the path ahead. His heart races as he points the beam of light toward the source. At first, there's nothing but darkness.
Apa itu?
Then, faintly, a shadowy figure materializes in the middle of the road, its presence chilling and unnatural.
Allahu Akbar. Bentar.
As the light fully illuminates the figure, his blood runs cold. Not
Kok yang
one,
satu gede?
but three dark, humanoid shapes stand motionless, their hollow gazes locked onto him, as if
Ya Allah.
studying his every move.
Kok sekali muncul banyakan, dia maju cuy. Dia
Before
maju
he
cuy.
can process the horror,
Dia maju cuy.
the smaller figures crawling on all fours like twisted creatures begin to advance toward him. Panic surges through his veins as he realizes they are closing in. With no time to think, he turns and flees, the sound of his own heartbeat drowning out the eerie silence of the night. Who or what were those figures, and what would have happened if he hadn't run? Some mysteries are better left unanswered. While reviewing CCTV footage, a person noticed something that sent chills down his spine. He quickly grabbed his phone to record the monitor, and what he captured was nothing short of horrifying. On the screen, a dark, elongated figure emerges from the shadows of the trees, gliding effortlessly through the air. Its shape is unnatural, long and twisted, as if defying the laws of physics. The figure moves silently, drifting toward the houses with an eerie, deliberate intent. What is this mysterious entity? Is it a shadow, a spirit, or something far more sinister? Its presence is both haunting and inexplicable, leaving more questions than answers. Sometimes, when returning home from work at night, we have to pass through a deserted road located on the edge of a forest. Just like the people riding a motorcycle home from work. They were cruising down a quiet road when something caught their eyes. A strange, pale figure stood motionless in the distance. Curiosity overcoming caution, one of them jumped off the bike and sprinted toward it, while the other followed closely. As they drew nearer, the figure became clearer, a ghostly, white entity standing among the bushes at the edge of the road. Instead of fleeing in fear, they continued to approach, their phone recording every moment. But as they closed in, the figure suddenly shot upward into the sky, disappearing without a trace. The men were left stunned, their hearts pounding as they realized they had just witnessed something beyond explanation. Was it a spirit, an apparition, or something else entirely? What would you have done if you were in their place? The village office, usually bustling with activity during the day. In contrary, it transforms into a silent, eerie place when darkness falls. But what lurks in the shadows when the lights go out? This chilling CCTV footage reveals something truly unsettling. In the dead of night, a mysterious figure appears near the window, its hollow gaze fixed on the empty office inside. The timestamp reads just before midnight, a time when no sane person would dare to wander outside. The figure stands unnaturally still, its presence both haunting and menacing. Who or what is this entity? Is it a lost soul, a restless spirit, or something far more sinister? One thing is certain, this is no ordinary visitor. As the figure lingers in the darkness, one can't help but wonder, what does it want, and why is it watching? The night grows darker, And the stories you've heard are just a glimpse of the shadows lurking around us. Were they just tailies? Or perhaps something is watching from the darkness? See you in the next darkness, if you dare.